I actually got told I was colour impartial or colour blind at school, in primary school. Browns and reds and certain greens, yellows and oranges. I sort of had a bit of difficulty discriminating between the colours. It has caused a lot of problems with me finding passes or even seeing oncoming players who are about to tackle me. Sometimes I end up running into my own teammates or even tackling my own teammates.
You know, kind of red-green scenario, like, you can't really distinguish at a glance which one is which. So that they just all did look the same. And if you stopped and stared, and oh yeah, actually, but you can't do that when you've got a fraction of a second to make a decision.
Try calling in an offside line from you're an assistant referee. You get a line break. Where's the offside line? You just don't call it, and of course you then get the whole crowd on your back going, he's offside. Yeah, which one of the 30 players in green's offside?
It was a game at night against Scarlett, who played obviously in Scarlett, dark red. And it was at BT Murrayfield. It was dark, and the quick scan you give to a defence to see if there's space or not, it was hard because we were in black, they were in dark red. It was dark, and it was like, you know, there wasn't a clear distinction between the attack and defensive line that we were trying to run through.
Ég var að spila með upp fyrir mig og ég var að kemja til Selfossi og þá fattaði ég ekki hver var með mér í liði og hvað og bara senda á alla og vissi ekkert hvað ég var að gera þarna inn á.
Þannig að það var þá grænn búningur og svona minnrauður einhvern veginn.
Já.
Me, it makes it significantly worse if it's on screen. Players, you know the players, you see their faces. They've all got different sponsors across the front of their shirts. You're not looking at reds and greens, you're looking at sponsors' logos, that kind of thing. But of course, Wales Island, you've got white shorts and then coloured socks. So you might as well have 30 players on with exactly the same strip on, apart from advertising. You know? But TV makes it significantly worse for me, and I just don't even bother trying to watch it now.
Probably had a higher impact at training when you were designated to go to wear a green bib or run round a red cone.
When I moved from playing into coaching, I probably played in the humour side a little bit more, but you can get embarrassed by it as well. You did this activity where you'd shout kind of which colour cones you'd play a breakdown of, and I'd always have kind of red cones out and blue cones and white cones, and I remember shouting red. And then I was like, oh, sorry, and kind of pointing over to where the cones were meant to be and kind of not seeing them and say, oh, sorry, I've not put out the cones. And, you know, all the players are looking at me and saying, what? Like, the cones are out there. But I couldn't see them because they just merge in with the green of the grass. But
4G pitches have been a help, though.
Yes. It's just suddenly you're put in a situation, you're like, oh, I didn't think colour blindness would affect that.
Would you like to try on our glasses?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, come and learn about colour blindness.
Yeah, let's go. Wow. Yellow.
Okay.
Blue.
A blue, okay.
Green.
Green again.
Blue.
Blue.
Light blue.
Light blue.
Grey.
Grey, okay.
Blue. Wow.
So shall we come back to the socks?
It's like totally different, and I'm just shocked. It's insane. A lot of players have to try this, I think, because, or maybe the presidents of the clubs, they should try this because I think they will change their action.
What we did there was just simulate the colour blind.
The colour of the cones it's very similar to the grass, so it's kind of hard to know where you're going, and it's very difficult.
Yeah. In terms of performance, do you think that would have an impact?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because like I said, it's very similar to the grass, and it's just a bit confusing. Like
if you've got a couple of wingers running down the wing, and there's a kick clash, how would that work out?
I'll just hope for the rest, and just hope your pass gets there.
When you're looking for marginal gains at every possible level, and if which it does have a negative effect, even if it's just scanning quickly for space in defence or being reactive to a cone or whatever it is, then yeah, I suppose it'd be silly if there was techniques and training and awareness available. It'd probably be quite naive not to engage in it.
If changes had been made when I was younger, I think it would have been a bit smoother ride. There would have been a less anxiety and nervousness in some training sessions, which may have helped my performance. No matter what your issue is, you should be able to feel at home and comfortable playing football. If it was all a level playing field, I think you might find a lot more players getting involved.